everybody. Welcome to the SyFy Sistas podcast, where we give you our point of view. I'm your host, Tamia Harper, and I'm joined by my sister, Yvette Blackman Tom. No
Okay,
words.
I don't know why I have the giggles, but hello.
Ah, hello.
Mhm.
Hello. It's a good, really cool, fun, amazing show today.
Yeah,
This is a little, how do we call this? A little slice of Sabrina, shall
yeah,
we say?
that's a good
Yeah.
one. Yeah, that's cool. I
Yeah.
like that.
All right, cool.
I like that.
The folks from Apple were kind enough to invite us to their press junket for season 2 of Monarch. And
Legacy of
yes,
Monsters.
Legacy of Monsters. Sorry, I almost forgot the subtitle there. My bad.
Right.
It's Monarch Legacy of Monsters. And if you guys ever watched Sabrina's Sin Sin Go Sci-Fi, then you will know her deep love of kaiju.
Yes. Especially all the Toho Studios pictures. She loved that. She loved that studio. So
Yeah, so that's why I say it's a little slice of Sabrina, because Yvette and I have been crash course studying and learning these kaiju, and well, Yvette knew a lot of them, but I did not.
I knew it as a kid, like the old black and white monster movies. I did not know the MonsterVerse, like the new MonsterVerse. I didn't know that very well. I did have fun learning though about it because
Mhm.
it brought me back to being, that kid going to the movies on Sunday in the Bronx, you know,
Yeah.
and just watching Godzilla movies and Mothra movies all day, and on a Sunday in the rain or something like that. So yeah, it was
And
fun. I had a good time.
while we're there, I just want to give a special shout out to our special kaiju consultant.
Yes, yes, please.
Leah Zawaki, you rock the mic, girl. Yeah.
Yay. She did. She gave us a crash course. She was the
Mhm.
best.
She's the best. And you guys, if you haven't watched that episode on SyFy Sistas Inc. YouTube channel of Sin Sin Goes Sci-Fi, it is a really special episode with Sabrina and Kalia. And man, if you were not a fan of these movies of Godzilla and Mothra and stuff, which I was not,
Oh my
you will
gosh.
be by the end of that show.
I always tell the story that while we were doing that, while they were doing the show, I'm in the background, producing it and listening to them talk about how, this background of this movie. And I'm like, I've seen this movie. I don't remember even feeling any of this. And I'm watching the movie as they're talking about it and learning. I'm like, oh my God, this movie is even better than I thought it was.
Mhm.
So good.
So we're giving shout outs. So go ahead and give your shout out. Don't you have another
Oh
shout out
yeah,
too?
so I do want to give a shout out to Juliet at Apple TV. She's actually from ID PR. She's the one that handles all the sci-fi over there at Apple TV. Well, she definitely handles us plus her team or the team. Um, they were so special when they found out that Sabrina had passed, and they sent their condolences over to us and said that, she would be missed. The actors come, they're there all day. And then the four of us or the three of us would come in and Sabrina with that big smile. And it would just kind of, break up a long day. And so they said they would definitely they're going to miss that. And we were talking and she mentioned that what's coming up next is this series, Monarch Legacy of Monsters. And I was like, oh my God, I would love to do it because, Sabrina just adores. She goes, well, we're gonna make sure you guys get this. And they did, they made sure we got it.
Yeah, and they
So
were so
shout out.
happy. So yeah, thank
Thank
you
you,
guys.
Juliet and
Thank you,
team.
Juliet and team. Yes, we are really appreciative of that, and we're really appreciative of your kindness.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
and so Yvette, we have a little synopsis
I do have a
Monarch
synopsis.
Legacy of Monsters season 2.
I do. So, season one of Monarch Legacy of Monsters tracks two siblings looking to uncover their family's connection to the secretive organization known as Monarch. Clues lead them into a world of monsters and ultimately down the rabbit hole to Army Officer Lee Shaw, played by Kurt Russell, and his son, Wyatt Russell, taking place in the 1950s and half a century later, where Monarch is threatened by what Shaw knows. Season two picks up with the fate of Monarch and the world hanging in the balance. Dun dun dun. The dramatic saga reveals buried secrets that reunite our heroes and villains on Kong's Skull Island and a new mysterious village where a mythical titan rises from the sea. Ooh, a new monster. The
Ooh.
ripple effects of the past make waves in the present day, blurring the bonds between family, friends, and foe, all with the threat of a Titan event on the horizon.
Dun, dun.
Yes, 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 yes.
And I gotta say, like it's like that, y'all.
It is. It really is. I enjoy it. It's so good that I went too far into the screeners.
I never thought that I would ever sit here and be interested in any monster because I really wasn't. And now, like between Sabrina and Kalia,
Mhm.
giving me a whole new perspective on that type of storytelling,
Yeah.
and this show, now I'm like, okay, I think
Mhm.
there's room in my little sci-fi geekdom, in my little
Yeah. Because the
nerddom
human
for this.
story is compelling.
Yes,
Because the monsters, you're coming for the monsters, but why are you staying? You're
right.
staying because there's a messy, and I mean a really messy human story going on.
Yes, yes, exactly. Really messy.
It's
I was
truly
like,
messy.
I've been so pleasantly shocked by what's going on with these characters and these
Hmm.
character arcs.
Yeah.
Um, they give these actors a lot to play with.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Very
Hmm.
strong characters. They fleshed them out very well because there's a history behind them in the MonsterVerse and some of
Yeah.
them. So I don't want to spoil anything. The summary was from Apple, so I thought that was okay to give out. But I know that we have some new fans that will probably look at it because we're saying, it's not bad. And
Hmm.
then we have a big crossover in our membership, especially on Patreon, that are big MonsterVerse
Yeah.
fans. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Hmm.
and also like I think like for somebody like me who
Hmm.
doesn't know, like if Kalia hadn't have coached me, I wouldn't have known any of that back history. But this show works so well. Like it works on all those levels because you don't need to know all that back
You
history
don't. You
for
really don't.
to enjoy this story at all. Like, I mean, it just works. Like you can tell sometimes when there's a moment and
Hmm.
it's like, oh, I'm supposed to know who this character is or this
Yeah.
reference or something from in universe, and I don't really
Hmm.
know it. But
Yeah,
it
and we're
does
Star
it.
Trek fans, so we need to know.
Right, right. But it in no way detracts from
No.
my enjoyment of any of the episodes. And that's
Yeah.
a hard feat to pull off.
It really is.
You
Yeah, it
want to
really is.
pay service to the fans who have kept this universe alive, and at
Hmm.
the same time you want to bring in people. It's a really delicate balance. So,
It really
yeah.
is. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
we have the first interview that we have coming up is going to be Anders Holm and Mari Yamamoto. And Anders plays Bob Randa. He's Dr. Bob
Bob or
Randa.
Bill? Is it
Bill,
Bob?
excuse me. No, it's
Bill,
a
right?
Bill. His
I think it's
Bill.
Bill.
He's totally Bill. He's totally Bill. I don't know. I'm just talking
I was
things
like, Bob?
now. I'm just saying names now. Tim, Frank, Randa, Jerome.
Elijah.
He's Jerome Randa. And then
Kwame.
Kwame. Kwame Randa. That's a good name,
That's a good
actually.
name.
That's a good name. We like that one.
Me too.
Um, yeah, and then Mari Yamamoto plays Keiko Randa, Dr.
Hmm.
Keiko Randa.
Right.
So enjoy this interview, and we'll be right back after on the other side. Thanks. Hi, we're the SyFy Sistas. I'm Tamia, and this is Yvette. We're four Black women who love science fiction and fantasy. And we talk about it from our point of view. We're so happy to be here with you guys today. Thank you.
Hey, how are
Hi,
you
good
guys?
to meet you guys.
Yes.
Nice to meet you
So,
too.
so we're going to start off with Mari because I know we don't have a lot of time. When we first met Keiko, she's
Hmm.
fighting to be taken seriously
Yeah.
as a scientist and an outsider,
Hmm.
and as a woman. No one even addresses her as a doctor or
Right.
fully acknowledges that she is the brains in the room.
Hmm.
As women, Tamia and I have both had to earn our titles once, more than once, and we
Right.
felt that.
Hmm.
So when she returns 60 years later, and Tim immediately addresses her with respect,
Hmm.
what was it like to play that shift?
Oh, like it was really moving in the
Mm.
sincerity that, Joe Tippett, he's an incredible actor and person as well, but he just, had this whole backstory about how Keiko is his hero. And it's like his dream come true to meet her. So that was so sweet. And, having like knowing that and then the way he played it with such like almost childlike wonder and excitement was like unnerving, but also like so moving. Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
great moment. Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you. We loved it. We just absolutely love her story arc. So, yay, Keiko. We're
Me
very team
too. Yay, me too.
Keiko. Uh, And we love how your portrayal of Bill Randa in season one, like he's the coolest guy, right? Because he's so non-traditional.
Yeah.
He's really brave at the time. He falls in love with this outsider woman. He's like really, bucking the system and
Yeah.
he's really gung ho and excited about what he does,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of change in season two. Like, well, without spoilers, can you talk about his growth from season one to season two and what you like most about it or dislike most about his character, Jim?
Yeah, I'll tell you guys what I hate about season two. No, I will say,
Let it rip.
I think that Bill's this person who's got this obsession. He's a truth seeker, and then he runs into Keiko season one, and they share this same sort of energy. And I think at first he's like, "Cool, I have a teammate," right? But then it escalates into a relationship because, of course, it does. They love what each other represents in their relationship, and then you get to season two. And I think that the teammate element comes back into play where it's like, all right, I'll see you later. I'm going to go chase the passion thing. And he kind of steps away from what would be their loving relationship, right? And I think that that's a fatal mistake that he makes in prioritizing this passion with that their relationship is founded on, as opposed to valuing the relationship that they've now built.
yeah, yeah. I'm sad to see that too. So we have one more question, and it's a fun question. Every Kaiju fan has a favorite. Who's yours, and what makes that one hit for you?
I mean, sorry to be boring, but Godzilla was my first monster. And watching it with my dad as a kid, and that is like seared into my memory. It will always have a special place in my heart.
Yeah. I mean, that was my answer. I'll go with Baby Godzilla because it's basically
Oh,
Godzilla, but like a little cooler, younger.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
knows what all the kids are listening to.
quirky. Love that. Love that. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you.
guys.
Nice
Good
to
to
meet
meet
you
you.
guys.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you all.
Thank you.
Okay, so really, it was short but sweet, right?
Yes, it really was. A little taste.
Yeah, just a little taste.
Little
Like we
taste.
literally had a little, just a smidgen of time, like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like that for like we were halfway done before Mari was like halfway finished with her answer.
Yeah. But I think we've been doing this a good long time now where we know, okay, you come there with three because you're probably just
Hmm.
going to get two, So you
Yeah.
ask that big question first, or maybe the small question. It's a juggling act, but I liked talking to them, and hopefully we get to talk to them more I know
Yeah.
this is just kind of some teasers to start off the season 2, so we're hoping to get them in longer conversations as the season goes by.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
because I got the sense that Mari really liked
Oh
our
yeah.
question, and Anders, I like it seemed like he was okay with ours too, like
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. He sure
So
was.
with
Yep.
his, yeah, so that was
Mm-hmm.
fun. So
Yep.
the next one that we have coming up, we were super stoked because we got to speak with the executive producer, one of the
Mm-hmm.
executive producers of this show, and one of the creative masterminds behind this show, Ms. Tory Tunnell, and like she has such an extensive history and career,
In
in
television.
film and television. I mean, it
Mm-hmm.
was just amazing. It was so cool to be able to talk to somebody like her.
Yeah, she's like all over genres. I mean, um, just looking at her IMDb page was like, wow. She
Yeah,
touches on everything, She doesn't say no to anything. And it seems like everything she touches is done well. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Yeah. So,
yeah.
and she knows the history because we asked her some questions about that. So I really enjoyed her answers to our questions. She took them. Um, she understands the legacy, which, yeah, how could she not? How
Yeah.
could she not? But we had to ask the question. So,
Yeah, she's very reverent of it. But you guys are going to hear it. So here you
yep.
go. Science fiction and fantasy, and we talk about it from our point of view.
Did you say there are 4 of you?
Well, yes, until recently, like we started with 4. We just lost one sister in October to pancreatic cancer.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, it's so
Thank you.
lovely to meet the 2 of you, and pleasure to be here.
Yes.
Thank
Awesome.
you. Thank you.
Okay.
So we're really excited to talk to you. We know we have a short time, and we're just bowing down to you because we love your entire career. So thank you for everything you've done for entertainment. We love you. The first season of this show, like we really got was grounded like in a sort of really experiencing what human beings were going through living in this world where now these monsters exist and like the cost of that, and like, because they were nonchalantly killed, with the tail swipe. Can you explain, is there an emotional or thematic shift in season 2 that's a little bit different from that, or is it more of the same for you?
I think it's a shift, but it's also continuing the conversation. One of the things that we were really excited to see is that our audience is absolutely, of course, they're so excited to see Godzilla and Kurt and all of and the young Wyatt Russell playing his dad, and they're all these sort of great parts of our recipe. But there's a great interest in the story of why this man chose to have 2 families. And we asked some questions, but we thought in season 2, let's really get underneath that. And one of the things that we have this title Legacy of Monsters, and we really wanted to sort of push what that means, both on the literal level and also on the metaphoric level. And we talk a lot in the show about how maybe the choices of the past inform the present. And what is the monster in your life? Sometimes in our show, it's 300 feet tall. Sometimes it's a person sitting next to you. Sometimes you're the person that generated. Sometimes you're the monster. And I think that's one of the things that we really love about our show, that we have so much time in television to talk about the messiness of humanity, and so that you can have good people making bad decisions, and those bad decisions can have knock-on effects. And how do you put the genie back in the bottle? And how do you not only move on, but how do you forgive yourself once you made one of those bad choices? And all of that is part of the stew of our show. And it's also, we really wanted to thematically have the whole thing feel connected. And part of the story with our new Titan is something, have we unleashed a new Titan? Is it our fault? And is and the Titan being both external and internal.
Yeah. Okay. I think we have time for one more question. There are long-time Kaiju fans who hold this genre very seriously. What do you hope they recognize in season 2 that tells them this story understands that legacy?
Well, we are so proud to have our partners with Toho and Legendary, and we so they're always reading all of our scripts, and we're always wanting to really deliver the authentic Toho, Godzilla, and all the legacy Titan characters that we've known and loved. And then we're also, of course, pushing the boundaries, staying within the boundaries, but wanting to excite audiences who have always loved these characters and seeing how we're using them in our world, and how their impact might be slightly different in our world, but they are still the absolute legacy characters that we've known and loved, that have always been that incredible emblematic existential threat representation, that representation of the things that are out of control in our lives, that are so big we can't explain them, that overwhelm us. And I think that there's always been that, in the way that all great sci-fi and all great horror have always been a cathartic experience on another level, because they can tell us the truer stories that sometimes a drama can't tell. It's too real.
True.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So nice to meet you.
You too.
Nice to meet you too. Take care.
Take care.
Okay, see, we told you guys that she is totally reverent of the legacy that she is now helping to shepherd.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she was so cool.
She was, and I like I said before with the two actors, I hope to talk to her in length. I
Me
would like,
too.
I want to know more about her career, how she got started, because I know she works with her husband a lot.
Yeah.
But then she works, on her own and does things. So I love that, her creativity is endless, really.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I was in awe of her resume, honestly.
Yeah. I was in awe of the fact that she was very warm and
Mhm.
approachable, made us feel really comfortable,
She really did. Yeah. Yeah.
in
Yeah.
this space, and that she was listening deeply
Hmm.
to the questions. I mean, these press junkets, like, these people are sitting in front of a camera
Yeah.
on back-to-back Zooms, like, all day long, and then they break for like maybe a half an hour, maybe 20 minutes, and
Yeah.
they eat real quick, and then they have to go do in-person things, and
Yep.
like it's a grueling day for them.
And
So
they had this is day one for them. This was
right,
just
it's
day
just day
one. Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
normally these things can last like
Hmm.
several
Yeah,
days.
because
Yeah.
they have the next tomorrow they'll be doing this also. So
Hmm.
yeah, you're right. And I think when we come in, sometimes, it's always like one person. We come in with two or three people, and I think that kind of breaks up the monotony a little bit for them.
Yeah.
And then we're cognizant of that. They've been sitting there all day, and we're trying to give them, something to maybe think about or maybe laugh about, just a little difference. And I think we did that today. I think we did a
Yeah.
good job.
I
Yeah.
think so too.
Yeah.
And I know that I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Like, and it was a great break in the monotony of my day as well.
It was a long day for us, even for those just 8 minutes. It was a long day because you got to wait. We also have to wait around
Hmm.
and wait for them to be ready, but I think Sabrina had said one time, we sit in there, but then we get to look and see who we're in the room with.
Yes.
If you want to really know where the SyFy Sistas is, and sometimes it seems like it's a bubble that we're in,
Hmm.
then we
Right.
sit in this room with all of these people who are out there, getting the entertainment news to you, and we're sitting in there with them.
Yeah.
Um, Kind of blows your mind.
It really does. And it's very humbling,
Hmm.
and you get very grateful,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like to think that, we just, some girls, some fangirls who just wanted to talk about Trek the way we want to talk about it,
Right. Right. Right.
we're sitting in these press junkets, with people from like Variety and
Hmm.
E and,
Hmm.
Entertainment Weekly and TV Guide and,
Yeah.
all these
And even
huge
international.
outlets.
There was some
And
international ones
yeah,
in this
lots of
one. Yeah.
international. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Especially
it
for
just,
Apple, we get a lot of international ones. Yeah.
yeah, which
Mhm.
is cool. So
Yeah.
yeah, we just we're all grateful, we're super grateful for it. And
Definitely.
and this, like, I'm totally grateful because it's introduced me to a whole new world.
Yeah. See, I love that part also, that it's something new. I love it when we go to something we just didn't expect.
Yeah.
And then we end up really enjoying it. So
Yeah. So, um hope you guys enjoyed the interviews too. We had a blast. I hope you had a blast listening. Yvette, you want to tell all the SyFy Sisters news? I mean, and info, all that jazz?
Sure.
I know.
Sure. Thanks for listening to the SyFy Sistas podcast. During the 60th anniversary of Star Trek, we're honored to continue celebrating the franchise we love and to have been named 2025 Best All-Around Star Trek Podcast by Trek Movie. Thank you very much. Join us on Patreon at patreon.com/SyFy Sistas and be part of the mothership. Join the conversation in the SyFy Sistas Book Club on Facebook. Watch our interviews, the live shows, and our infamous Top 10 series all on YouTube. SyFy Sistas Inc. The Trek Geeks Network's presenting sponsor is Fansets. Grab pins and memorabilia from your favorite franchises at fansets.com. Use code TrekGeeks, all caps, for 10% off. After listening to this episode, please rate us and write a review. We may just read it on an upcoming episode.
And of course, gotta thank the baddest associate producers in all the universes, the MonsterVerse and ours. As Sailor Marge, Stephanie Baker, and Karen Dramera. Thank you, ladies. We love you so much. And we love all of you. Thank you so much for listening, friends. Peace, love, and hair grease.